So, just a quick one, I think. I opened up a Finger Lakes Road Riesling, and it's Forge Cellars, Kaywood from Seneca Lake, 2021, and this is pretty sure it's the Davis Vineyard, one of the oldest vineyards of Riesling planted in the Finger Lakes, 1972. In the back, it has white pepper, dandelion, and pensive. Pensive being just sort of a silly word, although what does any descriptor characteristic of a wine really mean, as most of it is very subjective. Although I'm not going to say this wine tastes like cherries, obviously. But as soon as I opened it, it was a little reductive, which was odd. I don't know that I've had a reductive Finger Lakes Riesling, meaning it's a little bit touch barnyardy stinky, but then it gave way to just matchstick and a flint aroma. Again, something I haven't been getting out of Rieslings. I get that out of Sauvignon Blanc from Sancerre and Polyfumé in the Loire Valley. Never really Riesling, where I would get petrol. There's this unsweetened persimmon. It's got almost a numbing flavor on the palate, which is so bizarre. It's actually really dark for a 2021, especially for a vintage that struggled a little bit, was not very ripe. They did say they picked everything very late. The alcohol, this is 12.8, which is pretty high. So it kind of comes across a little bit more full body. It's very interesting. I do like it. It lacks a touch of acidity. I think because they probably picked this pretty late into 2021. Yeah, and when they harvest. It's a bit of an oddball wine. I could see the white pepper. What was the other thing they said? Dandelion. I don't really see dandelion. Definitely white pepper though. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I think it needs to get a little warmer for me to really pass some judgment. It's not quite what I expected. Very different than the 2020 Kaywood. That was very prototypically petrol and Riesling-esque. Lemon lime. Yeah, this is a bit of a curveball of a Riesling. And I remember at the winery, this wine was pouring very dark, and I even asked the bartender. I said, well, the person working at the winery, why is this wine so dark and extracted for a young 2021? And they said, look at the harvest date. So they must have just picked it relatively late. The RS is super low. It almost, yeah, so low. I gotta wonder if there's any malolactic fermentation on this. It could explain something, but I don't know. I don't know about the vinification. Interesting, but a little bit an enjoyable wine, but a peculiar Finger Lakes Riesling for 2021, if that makes any sense. The Pontet-Canet 2019 Night 2, aroma for days now. Like I said last night, with the decanting, and now with this sitting, just put a stopper overnight and that oxygen hitting it. It's so many aromas: sweet basil and a sweet black cherry, blackberry pie, cassis. There's no green pepper. Very not green at all. I don't really get green pepper out of many Pontet-Canet Bordeaux. It's just a great wine. Sometimes you do get what you pay for. I think with this fifth growth, ever since I've been having it, which is from 1998 to now, I haven't had every vintage of it, but I've never had a bad one. And some of them have been my favorite wines of all time. So, yeah. Great stuff. Still have an 09 rated 100 points, and now that 09 has got to be $350, $400. The 09 and 10 Bordeaux were when the prices skyrocketed. They went up in 05, but then they skyrocketed in 9 and 10, and then they've come back down sort of since, and they've been sort of a roller coaster ride, where the 23 vintage now is a sort of a shit-rated vintage, but the prices have come down a lot, and I wonder if that's going to be just a trend to try to get more people to be drinking more Bordeaux. I don't know. Hope so. But I'm always looking at, Mouly, Lestrac, some of the areas of the left bank, and Côte Castillon on the right. There's always other places in Bordeaux to get some more bargain Bordeaux. A bargain Bordeaux, to me, is infinitely better than what I'm going to call bargain cab in the same price range. Just infinitely better. The cabs out of California, Napa Sonoma, that are, say, between 20 and 30 compared to the Bordeaux's aren't really comparable to me. I think you get way better Bordeaux's for that cost. So that will be it for tonight. We'll see how this Riesling evolves. It'll be interesting. This Chateau Pontet-Canet will not last past tonight, but this Riesling will, and I will have it again tomorrow. Curious to see. I don't have another bottle because of its slight lack of acidity. All the 2021s I had tasted just had this razor sharp acidity, just searing acidity. And this kind of is trying to be a 2020, and I don't know quite how and why. Could it be just that they let the grapes ripen more? Or could it be that they did full mallow? I don't know. But yeah, it's flinty on the nose. Very peculiar. I don't really get that a lot. It's there. I now just smelled a little bit of a banana peel. Not like an underripe banana peel aroma. We'll see. All right. That's it.